sky blue. This one's sky blue. 857 is its original Toyota colour, and it was delivered in 1979 to Tasmania. Van Diemen's Land got this one. What a beautiful place. And would you believe Tasmania, on record, to our knowledge, only ever got 2 Land Cruisers in 857 sky blue. That's pretty damn amazing, and one of them is now here in the Mr. Land Cruiser yard, and it is now a Queensland vehicle. It's been a big life in Tassie. Susan owns this one. Susan is such a lovely person. It's not her first Land Cruiser shorty though. I think this is number 4. We have 4 shorties for Susan in her time, and now I think this might be the last one. She is so in love with it, and I can tell why. What a doozy. So Susan tells me it was quite nice having a chat. She's really found out some history and knows a little bit about this one. So I believe 5 owners, which isn't a great deal for something that will be 50-year-old in a few years, but it's had 5 owners, and the second owner we know passed away. Bless him, and then came the third owner. Now, the third owner was a friend and bought it to look after. It's so beautiful. He wanted to look after him, but virtually parked it up for 5 years before he decided that it needs to go to somebody that will appreciate it and what have you. And then that's when it found its way to number 4. Number 4 had it for 10 years. 10 years. And the 4th owner, really nice guy, Susan was saying. Really great to communicate with. And he actually was a police officer. So he would then use this vehicle in displays, parades, and he'd put the, just cool, I don't believe it was a police vehicle, but for the parades, they'll decal it all up with some police signs and a siren and just show and tell. Really, really nice. He decided to sell it. It was time to move it on. A little bit fussy that he wanted it to go to a good home, because when you've got one so clean, so beautiful, so original, 82,000 kilometres on the clock, when you've got one so nice, you get a bit sentimental. And he advertised it for sale and found, well, Susan and Mark found him. Now, Susan's husband brought this as a present. So Mark's a bloody nice guy too. Mark and Susan, they are beautiful people. We've done a walk around with their troop carrier, and I tell you, they're community people. They get into the club, they get into charities. They're loving people. They raise money for Long Drive for the Drought. So just genuine people. It's such a pleasure when you meet people like this along in your journey. So Mark buys it as a present, right? And I think they paid for it on Christmas Eve, around then, 2025. So a few months back now. And it took until mid-February, just before Valentine's Day, mid-February, to get this bad boy home. But Susan shared some lovely photos of it on the back of a truck, and so she's been communicating the whole time. Still has not seen it, being up here in Queensland. Still hasn't seen it, and finally in February, it makes its way up here, and that's where it gets its roadworthy and straight to Susan. Fantastic. And now I believe Susan and Mark live on a bit of property. They got horses and some dogs. All of the dogs approved. That was nice to see. Thanks for sharing, Susan. All the dogs approve of this one, and how could you not? I hope they don't pee on the wheels. Talking about the wheels, let's go around the outside of this vehicle. Now, when there's something so pristine, sometimes it's a bit harder to do a walk around on something so nice because it hasn't been modified. There is one thing in it. It's got an auto locker, and Susan's gone, that's got to go. And some of us know that some people like them. They're an entry level, usually the auto locker, so it binds, kicks into locker mode when she's going around a roundabout. Doesn't like it. I don't blame her. There's other options out there. They've got a four-wheel drive. They've got a troop carrier. I don't think this one will be climbing hills. I think they're just really hardcore car enthusiasts that knows quality when they see it. So round the outside, Susan put the BCI wheels on there. Sold at Mr. Landcruiser, so the hubcaps all online. Genuine hubcaps, mind you. They clip straight on the BCIs. And she's also running the Toyo tires. pretty much it. I've just got to say, you know, it's got a factory bar up the front and a factory number plate holder, but we're not going to see an LED this. We're not going to see a tyre carrier on the back. Again, this one's just pristine. Now, hopefully it looks good in camera, but when you do look close, you can see, you know, it is missing paint where doors are shut, where feet have climbed in it. So this is original. This is, so it looks so beautiful. It hasn't been touched up. It hasn't been resprayed. This is what you see is what you get. I don't even know if I've said it. It's a BJ40. It's a bloody BJ40. I better write that in the title. Let's go and have a look at the engine. The little B engine. Isn't it bloody cute? Just want to give a little tickle and a scratch and put it in a headlock. It's so little. That's why the fan shroud's about 15 miles long, because of the space it takes. It's such a small little 4-cylinder engine. Hard to get parts for these days. I don't think this is going to, because of the maintenance on this, you know, you need hoses, belts, blah, 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 easy peasy. Things like thermostat housings, if you crack a head, you're not going to replace them too easily. This is in such beautiful, 82,000. It generally is 82,000. I see clowns say it all the time. Genuine case, bullshit. It's been clocked 40. You just look at an engine and you can tell this engine is, it's just pristine. Everything's in beautiful condition. It's not worn out. It's bloody lovely. And normally I wouldn't tilt the bonnet right back like this on someone's roof and scratch the paint. But you know, that's right. She's got the genuine, sold by Miss Landcruiser, www.com, genuine rubber stopper. Designed, if you don't have the visor, which I advise, they help me out here, aid. They should all have a visor, sold by Miss Landcruiser. But if you don't have one, that is a great answer, as long as it's not a windy day. Back to the B engine. This is, we have a close look. This is how it came. This is not bastardized. That's an original water bottle. That's original booster. Everything in here is just bloody lovely. The wiring's all original from what I can tell. It's just so nice. The little hand pumps up in the air, I'll screw that back down. Bloody lovely. You know, I haven't got much to say about the engine bay, honestly. It is just, it's nice. I am standing. It's got a nice height too, this thing. I was going to say 6'3", but the truth is I'm not. I'm only just pushing 6 foot. But she is on Old Man Emu's. Got a bloody lovely stance. I'm sure they're not original. They look in bloody good condition. I'm probably its second set, but it's really got a nice stance. Now, inside. Actually, inside there's a couple little bits of show and tell that are still with the car that are not with most when you buy an old 50-year-old car. Let's have a look. Shoo-hee. The couple of things I wanted to talk about, there's a few actually that are in here that you don't see in every one anymore. A complete TEQ. TEQ is what we call it if you don't know. The Japanese symbol for Toyota is, it looks like a T and an E and a Q. So if you're new to all this, we call that the TEQ symbol. And it's got the original full complete. I've had my nose in there. The full complete toolkit is still with the car. It goes in the back, and if we have a look, there's a little a strap there that holds it into place. And would you believe Mr. Landcruiser has finally found that strap genuine, and it's the same for a ute and various models. So if you've got a tool case, it doesn't have to fly around willy-nilly. We've got that strap now available genuine. The other thing about this one you don't see too often anymore is they all used to come with this light. Fascinating little light. Very, very long lead, so you could plug it in. There is a point in the glove box there, so you could plug that in, and then it would reach around, and you could hang the little light on your bonnet. It wouldn't have shined down into that engine bay, but you could just hang it around. That was the technology for the 70s. So this is all original in really, really nice order too. I believe you could buy them for years, but very difficult now to find one of these. So if you've got one, hold on to it. Little work of art, that. And going through this, the only thing I see that is aftermarket. We've got an aftermarket cup holder here. It's a So Good milk container where you can put your coffee, so that Mr. Landcruiser might have to put in some cup holders at some stage. The dash, holy shiver me timbers, the dash is absolutely beautiful. Now, they're genuine case. It looks like that cluster here has been restored or purchased a new one. No, it's garage. It's looked after. It's so clean. Again, they use it. Now we look in the back and you will see paint missing everywhere. So it wasn't just to stare at. The owners have used it, but it just maybe didn't live a farm lifestyle or a mining lifestyle. It lived as a runabout, and just doing your thing with it, various owners. That helps preserve it. A couple of other points of interest: original hood lining. Susan's future plans, one of them is it's sagging in areas, so she'd like to have it actually fixed and not replaced because it's an original hood lining. And also the seats have near 50 years of usage. If they're original, they're showing some, well, they would be, and they're showing some rips, some wear and tear. In general, again, it gets used. So there's a few little future plans for this thing. Future plans for this thing are things like fix the seats, fix the hood lining, remove the auto locker. It's not. So yeah, that's what I was saying. So yeah. So yeah, future plans are things like fix the hood lining, fix the seats, remove the locker. It's not, the money spent. It's just it's a beautiful car as it is. Don't have to go to town. It really, really has gone to the right owner. Landcruiser enthusiast. Again, I've said she's had 4 shorties, a shorty enthusiast, and just generally lovely people. And if you don't know, I really dig the steering wheel too. I've got the later one in the 80s. This is just so cool. Horn works. It's just a very cool period of time. This one, they also came, I can't tell you the years, but they had a red center in this. The only other thing is no radio. I think a radio was an option, so you could go for the radio blank. Now, that is a genuine part in there, that radio blank. If you're into that sort of thing, I think they're harder to get now, but there's like half a dozen people 3D printing them. You can find files everywhere to actually fill that void. Or a lot of us now put switches and lockers and all sorts in. But that's the interior. Just bloody beautiful. There we go. Louis made another appearance. Getting a little bit jealous because I think they call this one the blue one, or the bluey, or the bluester, or blueina or something, but I call it bloody beautiful. Well done, Susan. Well done, Mark. You've hung in there. You've found the right one. You really have. It's such a pleasure. Do you know I haven't driven it yet? Richard has taken it for a drive. I have not. That's what I've got to do. He comes back saying, you've got to get in it. You've got to get in it. It's so nice to drive. So now that I'm wrapping the video up, I'm going to take it for a bell and have my own little turn myself. But, well, wasting no more time. I don't know. I'm going to jump in and take it for a bell. I'm the only bloody one that hasn't driven it yet. This one's a little B engine. It's a 1979 BJ40. Something we don't get in here too often. Wow.